In this video, we're looking at a GE Profile Induction Range, and we got a small problem. This vent here, the other day when I was cooking and I was putting carrots into a pot, one of them decided it wanted to explore the inside of the induction range, so it dropped into the vent hole, and unfortunately, I think you can see those veins there. There is a blower there. So what ended up happening is the little piece of carrot kept on hitting the blower and it was hopping around and starting to get shredded. So I need to get that carrot out of there. So I've removed the range from where it was parked, and looking at the back panel, I see we have some fasteners here. These look like they're 1/4-inch hex. And I think I have to remove 1, 2, 3 of those, maybe 1 on the bottom, and then 3 on the inside. I can skip that one up there. Then we come across 1, possibly 2, 3, depending on whether this panel slips out without having to remove these fasteners. I just need access to the back of that vent so I can get that lonely carrot out of there. And of course, this is an excellent opportunity to get all the grease and grime that may have leaked out over the sides of this unit during its 6+ years of use. First thing we're going to do, of course, is to remove power, so there is no power going to the unit, so it's safe to work on. And then we're going to remove these fasteners. On the bottom, there is a fastener that will need to be taken out because it's this plate which blocks this panel from coming off. With the bottom screw removed, we'll see if the panel slides out. And no, it looks like it's still being held maybe in at least 2 places up here. So we'll try that. And that seems to be the 2 that are holding it in place. So it should drop when I release this one. So I'm going to use my foot to hold up the left side of the panel. And now panel slides off. Be careful, I suspect that there's this connector here for diagnostics, and so there's a piece of wire that attaches to it. And it's the only wire that's attached to this panel. There's a bunch of circuitry back here, so you want to be careful with that. The thing we're interested is in this. A closer look at the little exhaust vent reveals a fastener here, 1 up here, another one there, then 1 here. I think this unit will come out as 1 piece. So I'm going to loosen those fasteners and see what happens. With all 4 fasteners off, we have some movement, but it's still not free. So now I'm looking at this piece here, which has 1, 2, 3 fasteners, and I'm going to take that off. What I'm hoping to avoid is, like, taking the top off to get to that. But we'll work at it step by step. One good thing is all these fasteners are the same size. We take off the last fastener, and now we're going to discover if this bracket will come off. And it lifts. And indeed, it will come off and out of the way. Something else that needs to be cleaned. With that bracket off, we can see further into the vent. Don't see the carrot, so this might have to come off. I see 1 fastener here. I don't see another one anywhere else. So we'll take that fastener off and see what happens. Actually, it turns out that there is another fastener. Hard to see these black on black, but there's 1 here and 1 there, the one above this one. There, right there. And I'm going to remove those two, and I think this bracket will then come off. Will this be the big reveal? It moves. As I dreaded, it looks like we're going to have to take off the control panel. The good news is it's a T15 fastener. The bad news is that this fastener on this side is stripped. So now I'm trying to get to see if I can just catch something to get it out of there so that this panel can come up, so that hopefully we can lift the top up so we can get this bracket off. It's a lot of work for just 1 carrot. Finally freed the side that was hanging up just by literally pushing the control panel that way. And if you'll look, there's the part that was supposed to hold the fastener in place, and that was supposed to stay here, but it didn't. It came right off. So manufacturer's defect. Maybe if I wrap some tape, I can get it to hold once we reassemble this. The only thing holding the control panel are those T15 fasteners, one on either side. There's some cables that you'll have to disconnect. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there's a ground wire, and it's the only 1/4-inch fastener that is shiny metallic. So I'm just going to leave that one up here so I don't forget to ground out that panel. So now we can safely move the panel out of the way. Looks now like, I think, let's see, this plastic is held by this fastener, and we don't want to take the plastic with us, so I think we're going to have to take out 4 of those fasteners there on the plastic, and hopefully, oh, and there's another fastener there for this plastic trim and this trim here, and maybe that releases the glass top. We'll find out soon. With the fasteners all out, you lift up on the trim and then you pull out. There'll be a bit of foam. Just note how that's attached. It fits into an opening there, but it'll probably stick to the glass just because there's a lot of grease and grime. So we move that out of the way. Maybe now we can lift the glass, maybe not. Okay, looks like that fastener holds the cooktop. So I'm going to release that fastener. We're good, we're good, we're good. We get all the way over here, and there's a fastener right there. Not the one below, but the one above. We're going to release those 2 fasteners, and then I'm thinking this top might release, which will give us access to the back, which is really crazy. Okay, with those fasteners out, I come to the side of the cooktop, and it does lift up. I know there's wiring underneath. It looks like I have a fair amount of room to play with wiring. I don't know that we're hooked up to anything else. I'm just going to try to edge it forward and see if this bracket will now come out. Because I think this top, for some reason, mates with this. At least it did here. There was a piece of metal that went inside that frame. And now I'm going to work to loosen this one. I just got to be careful. I don't want to flex this and cause it to snap. But I got that free. So now, in theory, unless there's something else holding this, that I can't see. Let's see, and there is. Sure enough, there's a fastener. There's a piece of metal going this way, and there's a fastener attaching to the frame. So I need to get this cooktop further forward. Now, pardon my obstruction here, but I'm going to check to see. Yep, there's one more fastener there. So, in theory, if I could just move this, I don't know if I can get enough clearance because I feel a wire tugging somewhere. And I need to make sure, yeah, there's a harness coming in here and I think it catches, so I'm gonna have to explore that and see if we can gain some harness space, which I think we can do if I loosen the harness from the back plane of here. There's some tie downs, and I think if I release a few of those, it'll give me enough room to work with. So I disconnected a cable that went here. It's just a clip that removes, and it tied here, it tied here, and then there was one more tie right there that I cut, and that gave me enough harness so I could move the top out of the way. And now there's the bad boy. It's been causing so much trouble. So we'll remove that one and the one on the other side. Then this bracket should finally come off. Again, there was a harness, didn't give me enough lead. So I cut the cable ties there and here, and I'll just put new cable ties to hold the bundle together. And once we got that fastener rid of, that bracket comes out. And the question is, so this top comes off of the vent. That's great. And now I see why this won't come out, because of course there's another fastener that needs to come out. So if we take that fastener out, I should be able to take this unit out, and I can clean it, and there are bits of my carrot, so I'll clean this area. Then we'll do the exact reverse to reassemble it once we clean up and degrease stuff. And this is powered, so it has cables coming to it, and there's some computer control to it. So I don't think I'm going to fully be able to disconnect this, so I'm just going to have to work with it the way it is. But I can get a vacuum in here and get this all cleaned up. Yes, we will make dinner tonight on this stove. Took a lot of work to tear it down just to get access to one small part of it, but it's a GE Profile Induction, and that's the way they built it. If you found this interesting or useful, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, join the subscription team, and as always, thank you ever so much for watching.